Hi everyone. I am going to try to explain how these joints work. Or I know that they got way more uses than what I know what to do with them for. I think they'll be good for like hip joints or even parts of spines and stuff like that. All I've been doing with them is hooking them up to the steering and using them as suspension, but they do have a lot of potential, especially when you add springs to them and stuff like that. They do different things. Here, let me see what I got here. I think what I'll do is, what have I got to use? Oh, I got this here. I'll use this trickster here. This will be my guinea pig. So we'll take this one here. This is like the second last one I built. Let's hear. I'll show you them in order here. This one here came. Actually, this one here was derived from one before this, but it was so primitive I decided to just not even keep it, right? Because all it was it was the self-righting mechanism for this beast here, and like because I needed that space in there, right? So that's how this whole thing started. Was I had these I put these pipes in here. I just had them as bars, right? And then I had the four bearings for the self-righting mechanism, and that was it. And then I was like, it's still turning too sharp, and I want to be able to manipulate the turning. Like, what can I do about that? And that's when I added these to it. First, I added only side to side, right? And I noticed, oh, it's making it still too rigid for the back and forth. I got the side to side fixed, but the back and forth was too like it was. So I had to manipulate that somehow. So I added these bearings here, and that's been this here design here has been the basis for everything else since. So I left out the real primitive ones because there's nothing special about them. Until I added these other bearings that they started doing like neat things for me and stuff, and I was like, aha, that's what I need, right? Like right now the way I have it set up here, like all you do is connect it all to the steering, right? Except for the four. See, I got the four bearings here, the 1, 2, 3, 4. That's for the self-righting mechanism. Everything else is just connected to the steering. Alright. Even like, yeah, I just connected everything else to the steering and then called it a day. Because what I noticed is, like, here, I'll show you what this one does right now. Alright, I can get it to do that. It not only, like, it shifts, the whole body shifts, right? It changes its center of gravity, which really helps for keeping it stable, right? Like, but like that's a lot of momentum in there. Like, and now if you stood this right up, like you can see where that would be a walking, right? Like I can make this thing walk side to side, just like this, right? Like just by manipulating the bearings, and that's only just to the steering. Like I'm not the best with controllers and making magic stuff happen with controllers, but I'm pretty sure like Derp and Loop the Great could do something great with these. Like they're just they're wizards when it comes to like imagination. Like I really like watching their videos. But so shout out to them. You guys are awesome. But see, I can make it. Let's see here. I'm gonna just have to respawn it in because to get this fine tuned the way I have it now took me forever. And there's a lot to remember. But let's see here. If I want to make it swing around, let's get all these going in the same direction, and I'll show you what I can do with this. Those are going the same. Okay, these aren't. So if I turn those like that, see, so I only turned two, right? But watch what just those two do. Like, look how much more movement it's got. And then, like, so I'll just I'll switch those back. And let's try flipping these two. And okay, so that takes out all of the lift out of it, like the way it was tilting. Right, but it still shifts side to side. This gives a probably, is it shifting the wrong way? Yeah, I don't know. It's still working okay. Oops, I ran into all my joints. But yeah, at higher speeds it doesn't really turn that good, right? But I think if I turn this one down, whoops, you get some pretty good turning radius out of it. Like, it turns pretty sharp. Let's turn it down to about there. Let's try that. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the sharp one or if that's the soft one. I guess one way to find out, right? I'll turn these ones back and turn the other ones and see what that does. But yeah, I was using up until I came up with this. I was trying to find a way to get out of using the glitch steering and stuff like that, because I didn't want to rely on that, and I wanted to try to find my own workaround for it. And I came up with this. This is like pretty stable, and it's a nice alternative to like glitch steering. So if I turn those back, let's see, is that what right? Yeah, that's right. And these bars, they evolved, like came into this mix here because trees were getting stuck in here, right? So the last couple, yeah, the last two. This is the latest one. It's got like double the springs that this one has, and that's the one that this trickster is using, is this one here. But this one here, I'm still not sure if it's good for what I want, but I'm sure it has uses. Just I haven't thought of any yet. But so did I turn those ones yet? No, not yet. Okay, so we'll turn those ones next here. We'll try that out. Let's try these. This is the one I think that takes like the steering almost right out of it. Or is this the tight one? I can't remember now. I think this is the tight one, actually. Seems to turn pretty good. Oh, there's my joints. Okay, let's turn those ones back. I'm just gonna end up deleting this one out anyways and reloading my other one back in, because I want to make sure. It takes too long to be fine-tuning it. And I already got it tuned in, so yeah, look at that, eh? There's a tight turn for you. This one here I like because it basically mimics a drifter, or like it looks like it skates, right? Like, but I gotta turn this back up because that's way too low. And then this was actually just my test vehicle, like the test frame and body, because I made a Trickster hauler and stuff. But this is the original, and I was just testing things out, seeing how things work. And then I ended up adding thrusters to it and stuff. But I never thought I'd be able to max the motor out because I was having a lot of flippage and stuff happening. But you basically have to skate around, and you have to give yourself time to be turning and stuff, because it's oops. Anyways, you get the idea. And I got videos about it too, but I'm just a horrible driver. No, when you start changing how things drive and steer and that, and you're jumping back and forth between different ones, it kind of messes you up, because you get used to one and then you switch it and then it's totally different. But yeah, I'm curious on what people can like use these joints for and stuff like that, and come up with ideas for them and stuff. I only got one mind and one head. I can't come up with everything that these things can do. But they have a lot of potential, I think, and I'm very excited for them, because they might help people make some really interesting creations. I'm thinking like helping with walking and stuff like that. But yeah, they're available for download and just in my Steam Workshop. And yeah, I think those are very cool. They made my vehicle really cool, so hopefully they can make others very cool also. That's why I thought I'd share them, because the best inventions are the ones that are shared, not hoarded. So that's all I have to say about these, and yeah, have yourselves a great day.